For Pam Biberston, the Marjorie E. Radin Breast Care Center at Clovis Community Medical Center has been a lifesaver. Their multidisciplinary approach for treating patients is the only place in the valley where a team of doctors collaborate to create a personalized treatment plan and then immediately after meet one-on-one with patients at the same facility.
Last March, Pam Biberson was sent by her family physician to the Marjorie E. Radin Breast Care Center at Clovis Community Medical Center for a routine mammogram, and shortly after received a phone call that changed her life.
Once I went in, they called me a few days later to let me know that there was something suspicious on the films that they wanted to check out.
Shortly after, Pam was diagnosed with breast cancer in both breasts. Nurse coordinator Beverly Anthony gave her the news and prepared her for the next step.
100% of the women that come through here, when they leave here on the Friday after the conference, every one of them and their husbands have said, "We feel so much better."
A group of specialized doctors comprised of a radiologist, oncologist, pathologist, geneticist, surgeons, and a nurse meet to discuss the best plan for treatment.
And they all sat down together, they looked at what was going on, and they spoke together about what would be best for me.
She had just gotten the diagnosis from her biopsy. By the time the patient leaves here after the conference and clinic, she has a plan of care. She knows what's going to happen, with whom, when, and kind of how, and has a chance to get all of her questions answered.
Right after the doctor's conference, they meet one-on-one with the patient at the Marjorie E. Radin Breast Care Center.
I really, really like my surgeon. I felt very comfortable with her. I just seemed to bond with her right away, and I could ask her anything if I had concerns, I wasn't sure of something.
Dr. Vasi Gardikas, a surgeon with the Marjorie E. Radin Breast Care Center, says the clinic is what differentiates the center. It's something extra for the patient that you won't get anywhere else in the city.
Trying to put them at ease with their diagnosis as quickly as possible in a multifactorial way. In other words, multiple people seeing them at one time to kind of set up a plan for them regarding their breast cancer and to hopefully make the transition into treatment a little bit easier.
I always felt very comfortable with my doctors, and their enthusiasm for their discipline was wonderful as well. I knew that they loved what they were doing. That came across very much so.
As a breast cancer survivor, Pam is feeling good and enjoying some of her favorite hobbies again, such as baking and reading.
I'd read before, but I couldn't concentrate nearly as much, and now I can. So I love reading. Reading is probably my very favorite hobby.
As for the baking, while many people undergoing chemotherapy lose their sense of taste, it usually reappears soon after treatment.
Cooking is much more fun. You know, I like to bake, and so making cookies is more fun because you can actually taste them now, which you couldn't before. So that's fun. Perfect.
Before the Marjorie E. Radin Breast Care Center, many breast cancer patients had to find their own doctors and drive to several locations to receive treatment.
It's all there for you, and they have your best interest at heart, and they're working together. And that's another key element of it, I think, is that they're working together.
It's still a dreaded disease, and I think just the word is enough to strike fear in any woman, but I don't think we're facing as much mortality as we used to. Early detection and the technology has really done a lot to better prognosis for women.
Dr. Deborah Gamina, Pam's surgeon, thinks the survival rate is changing because of a combination of things.
Our technology is improving yearly. We now have digital mammography at all of our breast centers here. Our pictures are better. Our chemotherapeutic agents are improving. Technology in general is better.
There is no doubt that the Marjorie E. Radin Breast Care Center and its team of specialists are saving lives.
There's a strength that comes knowing that I have done something hard in my life, but I have come through a winner, a survivor.
While the Marjorie E. Radin Breast Care Center's focus is on the entire care of the breast, it's making a name for itself with their collaborative approach for treating breast cancer. To learn more, visit our website at medwatchtoday.com.